Welcome. Hope this slide will give you some good information in regards to the Yin Fire Rooster year, which began on the 4th of February 2017. It's the influence of the Fire Rooster on your heaven luck. On January 28th began the year of the Rooster in the Chinese lunar calendar. However, it officially starts on the 4th of February for followers of Chinese metaphysics. This is because in most Chinese metaphysics systems, the solar calendar is used. Each year, the solar calendar starts on the 4th of February, and this is the official start date for the Spring Festival, Lichun. Both Feng Shui calculations and Chinese astrology use this as a changeover date for all the flying stars and change to a new zodiac animal in the cycle. This year is a Ding Yin Fire on Rooster year. There is influence of fire and the element that Rooster represents. The attributes of the Rooster as well as that of Yin Fire are important as they influence most of everyone's heaven luck. One of the first attributes of the Rooster is that it contains Yin metal. It's usually represented by a small knife and or small jewelry like rings, bracelets, necklaces, etc. The second attribute is it's a cardinal and the direct direction is in the west between 252.6 degrees and 277.5 degrees. The other cardinal are rat, rooster, and horse. Cardinals have pure elements except for the horse, which apart from the fire also has 30% of the earth element. Rooster is also a peach blossom. It's one of the 4 peach blossoms in the zodiac animal cycle, meaning that when it shows up in charts, there are more opportunities and possibilities for romance, and in general, they are more likable and sociable. People born in the year of the monkey, rat, or dragon have rooster as their peach blossom. Rooster is also a nobleman star. It's a nobleman star for people who have their day or year heaven stamps of fire, yin fire, or yang fire. This means that this year, those born on those days or years should expect more assistance in their endeavors, especially when they are in trouble or when they most need it. This is a Chinese astrology chart of a person. It consists of 4 pillars of their birthdays and their luck cycle and annual cycle. Each pillar has 2 characters. It gives you the elements of the year, the month, the day, and hour of a person, as well as the elements of the luck cycle. In this chart, he or she was born in the year of the rabbit, month of the dog, day of the dog, and hour of the rat, and going through the 10-year luck cycle of the dragon. Each character in the pillar contains an element which represents a characteristic, an aspect, a relationship, a point in time, a career, or focus. So when annual energies come along like this year of the fire rooster, it will influence a person's heaven luck with the interactions of the elements through combinations and clashes. What are combinations and clashes? Rooster is part of the zodiac animals in the Chinese astrological cycle, and with its attributes interacts with the zodiac animals in the cycle. Each of the 12 zodiac animals is represented by an element like that of the rooster. The other animals are dog, pig, rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, and monkey. So through combinations with each other or clashing with each other, different manifestations may occur. combinations. As it implies, the rooster combines with the dragon. It has an elemental combination with the snake and the ox. It has a seasonal combination with the monkey and the dog. So what is the interpretation? Rooster combining with the dragon. It means that the rooster may take the influence of the dragon away. Bad or good depends on whether the dragon is positive or negative and what it represents. It could mean happy events, marriage, but also loss of an element, which may mean loss of career, a family relation, wealth, friends, a few other things as well. Elemental combination. It is part of an elemental combination of the snake, rooster, and ox, meaning that if you have all three zodiac animals in the with the monkey and the dog, it forms the autumn season. This is the season when metal is the strongest. All three zodiac animals must be present to indicate the strength. Clashes. Apart from combinations, there are clashes which are conflicts with another member in the cycle. They are pure clash, a punishment, a harm, and a destructive clash. Rooster clashes with a rabbit. The rooster month starts between September 7th or 8th and finishes around October 7th or 8th. The rabbit month starts March the 4th or 5th. And a punishment. A punishment is usually between two animals. In this case, double roosters in a chart spell trouble. It can mean procrastination, doubting oneself, low confidence, self-sabotage by injuring themselves through poor lifestyle or poor diet. It can be within the chart or when the luck cycle comes along. Rooster versus the dog in a harm relationship. This is usually not very serious. However, it can bring health issues relating to the pancreas or injuries, and sometimes it can mean losing face due to embarrassing events. Destruction clash with the red. As per previous slides, Rooster is a peach blossom, and not all peach blossoms are peachy. Some of them clash amongst themselves. In this case, even though the rooster is the peach blossom for the rat, it also has a clash relationship with it. It could be a love-hate relationship, and this year the hate part may manifest. Does the rooster influence all zodiac animals? It affects 8 out of 12 of the animals in the cycle, whether positive or negative. So who does it not affect? It doesn't seem to affect the tiger, the horse, the pig, or the... Apart from that, there's yin fire in the heavenly stems this year. Yin fire element in the stems is a trigger for the events to occur. Yin fire, as the name infers, is fire, but it's a candle, small but deadly. It also has combinations and clashes, combines with yang water under certain circumstances and may change its quality, and clashes with yin water and may manifest health issues and other events. Because it is a heavenly stem, it is the most visible. When this fire shows up, it's supported by elements in a person's Chinese astrology chart. There may be manifestation of certain events and aspects, like a person can be more spiritual this year. If this was your wealth, This year, when it shows up, there are more opportunities for wealth. However, whether it's a positive wealth or negative depends on the chart. It may also combine a certain element away, meaning that you might lose an element, an aspect, or relationship. So how does the rooster manifest its qualities? It depends on where the combination of the zodiac animals are in the cycle, which pillar it is. It could be in the year pillar, the month pillar, the day pillar, or the hour pillar. Depending on where the zodiac animal is, rooster may strike when it sees its adversary or its friend. On the next slide, you will see an example. In this Chinese astrological chart of a person's birthday, born in the year of the rabbit, month and day of the dog, and red hour, you can see in this chart the rooster interacts with every single pillar. It can be your grandparents' pillar, parents' pillar, partner's pillar, or child's. It can be your focus in life or ambition, luck, home, relation, or career. Here you can see that the yin fire combines with the yang water. The yin fire clashes with the yin water. The rooster combines with the dragon. The rooster clashes with the rabbit. The rooster has a harm relationship with the dog in the month pillar. The rooster also has a harm relationship in the day pillar. The rooster also has a destructive relationship with the rat in the hour pillar. Another influence on the zodiac cycle are the flying stars. Here you can see the zodiac animals and its annual location of the flying stars and the influence. The diagram above indicates the new locations of the flying stars in 2017, with the number 1, the intelligent and wisdom star, in the center. Here is an example of a flying star effect on an animal. In the south, where the horse is, number 5, the emperor star flies in. The south is the location of the Li Gua, where fire rules. So what does it mean? Year of the horse-born people may be susceptible to issues, setbacks, accidents, or misfortune. So if they are not affected by the rooster, they are affected by the flying star. How strong is this influence? Very strong. Why? Flying star number 5 is of the earth element. What is fire to earth? Support and fuel. So the flying star number 5, known as the emperor, may exert its full force, mainly negative. What does it bring? All the negative aspects of the number 5. So even if the horse is not affected by the rooster, it will be affected by the flying star number 5. Here are the locations of the other flying stars in the zodiac cycle. Snake and Dragon in the southeast has number 9, good for success and maybe promotion. Rabbit in the east has number 8, good for wealth, but this is also the location of the negative sway pole. Tiger and Ox in the northeast, number 4, good for romance, but depends on the feng shui of their sector. Rat in the north, number 6, good for power issues. Dog and Pig in the northwest, number 2. They need to be aware of illness issues and get it checked very quickly as soon as it appears. But the number 2 is in the northwest, where metal rules, therefore the strength could be diminished. Rooster in the west, number 3, bad for arguments and antagonism issues, and the location of the Grand Duke, the Tai Sui. Monkey and the Goat in the Southwest, number 7, susceptible to setbacks, burglaries, violent attacks, or disturbances. And in addition, the location of the dragon, the tiger, and rabbit are also the locations for the three killings, which is the three shahs. The influence is also dependent on the minghua of the person as well. So, will the manifestation occur? One of my favorite teachers, Vicky, is always used to say, it's not a causal world, but the chances are it will happen, some more serious than others. It all depends on the chart. The influence of the combination of flash will be there, but if there's no support or the heavens are not revealing, then it may not. Are there solutions? Yes, though it only serves to deplete the severity. The positive part is it only lasts for part of the year unless it's in your luck cycle. I hope you found this slide interesting and informative. If you have any questions, please contact me through my website, and may good fortune follow you always. Thank you.